I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over. Not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required. My brain knows how to decipher the messages, looking brighter. Already paid up the pipe, but my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire. Now it's game time. All the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense. We've got our dreams we must defend, and we know what we represent.
So we'll keep fighting till the end, and we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end, and we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end. I hope you're ready for battle, you better get on the saddle. We got some demons to tackle, yeah. We about to put on a show, these haters don't even know. They're in too deep like a hole, and they about to find out what it means when you enter into my house. How it feels when you always seem to strike out. Cause I don't lose, no I win, I go all out.
The air is filled up with suspense. We've got our dreams we must defend, and we know what we represent.
So we'll keep fighting till the end, and we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end, and we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end.
They can feel the storm, it's coming. They can hear the drum beat thumping. Off in the distance, we're the resistance. They gon' be the one who's running. They can feel the storm, it's coming. They can hear the drum beat thumping. Off in the distance, we're the resistance. They gon' be the one who's running. They can feel the storm, it's coming. They can hear the drum beat thumping. Off in the distance, we're the resistance. They gon' be the one who's running. They can feel the storm, it's coming. They can hear the drum beat thumping. Off in the distance, we're the resistance. They gon' be the one who's running.
And we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end, and we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end. This is our calling, this is our calling. This is our calling, this is our calling.
Like most people who are watching this video, I've spent many days recently thinking about the upcoming second anniversary of the death of Kiely Rodni. And I wanted to do a video to mark that date. But it occurred to me that I'd already done several different tribute videos to Kiely. And I wondered, well, maybe I would just do a public post, and say, here's the link for these tributes that I've done for Kiely. But I thought about that, and I thought, even that, I'm not happy with even doing that. I didn't want to just reinvent the wheel and just make a brand new tribute video with just, same photos, just reorganised, whatever. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So, having thought about it, I'm doing a video that is reflections on Kiely Rodni. I'm going to talk a little bit about my journey, how I got here to being a creator, talking about Kiely Rodni, and my thoughts, the journey of other creators, and of course, Kiely herself. And within that, I'm going to incorporate clips from my previous videos and audio from previous videos. So I hope that I can do Kiely justice with this video. So I first became aware of Kiely Rodni watching a live stream on Grizzly True Crime. And it was the live stream where she was watching the outdoors press conference. So I think that was the 9th of August from memory. And I came into it a little bit late. I didn't get in from the very start of the press conference. From the very start of the press conference, or from the restart of Grizzly's live. And I was really surprised because Grizzly, who can snark it up a bit, but when it's fair to do so, was really lashing into this girl called Sammy Smith, as were her subscribers in the comments section. And I was curious. I thought, why are these people so against this girl, Sammy Smith? It looks like she's got up, she's done a speech, she's trying to find her friend. So I watched on, and I was, thinking, well, she is a bit odd. And what's this story with this whole teen to dean thing that they're doing? I couldn't quite put my thumb on it. It wasn't until I saw the Tony Dodge interview that I thought, well, hello. Now I understand why Grizzly and everyone are so onto this girl. There is something seriously wrong here. And the other thing that I noticed early on when I first came across Kiely Rodni was the way the media were putting out the description of Kiely in terms of being a missing 16-year-old. They were saying, missing 16-year-old, but they were really emphasising the fact that she had multiple piercings and a tattoo. And I thought, well, this is interesting, because when I look at the photos of this girl, she doesn't look like she's some kind of bad girl. So why are the media trying to tell us that she's a bad girl? Like, that's the thought, that process that I had. To me, it just seemed odd that the media were really emphasising the fact that she had multiple piercings and a tattoo. Because the way they were saying it made me think, are they trying to say she's a bad girl and she's run away? Or she's a bad girl and she's got herself into some sort of trouble? And it didn't gel with me. And I wonder now if that was part of building the narrative. Because we were told so early on that Kiely, they thought in that early weekend that maybe Kiely had just gone off somewhere to chill out after getting drunk or something over the weekend. That's what some certain locals believed had happened. But it didn't gel with me. From what I was hearing people talking about Kiely, people who knew Kiely, she sounded like the sort of kid who didn't do that. So, having watched Adventures with Purpose for several years, those first few days after I heard about Kiely Rodni being missing, I got on Google Maps and I looked up where her home was. And I plotted out different routes. I plotted out the route that she would have taken home and noticed that there were those streams on Coldstream Road that were close to the road. And of course she had been partying at a reservoir. I wasn't one of those people that emailed Adventures with Purpose though. I actually emailed or messaged Exploring with Nug, because for me, I was already unhappy with Jared Lysek after what happened with Sam the Adventure Man, and Dan the cameraman. He screwed them over big time, and I wasn't going to communicate with him in any way. Whereas with Jeremy, who is Exploring with Nug, I always have trusted him 100%. He shows discretion in everything he does. So I messaged him and said, hey look, there's this case in California, and I know you don't do new cases, but if you have a look at the area where this girl has gone missing, there's a lot of waterways there. Would you consider going there and having a look? And he messaged me back and he said, I had looked at it, but here's a heads up, Adventures with Purpose are about to announce that they're going there. So I thought, well, okay, if she's in the reservoir, they'll find it. They'll find her. They don't fail.
Noah in the chat wants to ask you, who was fighting at the party? The girl and guy. Look into them. Was there a fight at the party?
Yeah, so there were some friendly fights that were going on. There was, we had boxing gloves. People were, trying to instigate. It wasn't anybody who had really any drama or they weren't enemies or anything. It was more just friendly fights to keep entertainment going. This happens at a lot of our parties. We just do it to have fun. If somebody gets hurt, we have people on them, but
so it wasn't like a fight out of anger. It was just kind of just a fun competition type of fighting.
Yeah, just see who wins and who goes home with the title. Which I will randomly admit, people do end up getting in fights over who won, but not this time. People do end up getting in fights over who won, but not this time.
She's very bold. She'll tell you off if she wants to, and she's a fighter. She's not one to just sit there and not say anything.
She's wonderful. She's funny and smart and tenacious, a little bit of a spitfire. She is turning into this strong woman with her own thoughts and convictions, and she's not afraid to share those.
Kiely is just such a bold and outgoing girl. She's always down to do anything you'll ask her to do. If you asked her to go cliff jumping, she'd be like, I'm on it, man. I'm down for it no matter what.
Now, her friends described her as a very strong woman. She was a fighter.
If you met Kiely, she was really honest, and she was really badass. She was you saw her and you were I want to be her. She is so cool. She's strong. She didn't let anybody overpower her.
So after Adventures with Purpose found Kiely, initially I thought that what people were saying must have been true. People were talking about how Kiely had been completely wasted at the party and too drunk to drive. So I believed that narrative at first, that she must have driven herself into the reservoir. And I knew that there were times when Adventures with Purpose had searched an area that had previously been searched and found their target. But I found it curious because I knew that there had been so many different search teams in that particular area, and there'd been helicopters from so many areas and planes from so many areas. And I'd listened to Ickard Mel, and I'd heard that guy that spoke about him on a particular day, how there was a team that went out onto the reservoir with a magnetic anomaly detector And I thought that was interesting too. How did this team with a magnetic anomaly detector not detect a metal object under the water in the reservoir? But I was almost ready to accept it. But then people started talking. I think I was watching Zavgirl when someone pointed out that when the vehicle was being pulled out of the reservoir, that they could see an open window, 2 open windows. And this is before the Adventures with Purpose video came out. So what people were seeing was the window that had been broken when the car was flipped and the half-open window in the back of the car. And people were questioning how it was that there were these 2 open windows. And you could see from the way the vehicle was pulled out of the water, it was clear that Kiely was in the back of the vehicle. And that didn't make sense either, given that there were 2 open windows. And I was one of those people that speculated, well, maybe Kiely was too drunk to get out. Maybe the windows were open because she had passengers and there were other people involved who got out of the water and then never said what happened because they couldn't get Kiely out and they were too scared to say that they were involved. But of course then the Adventures with Purpose video came out and the story completely blew everyone away. We had Nick, the tow truck guy, saying that he saw, or he believed he saw, Kiely's vehicle and a girl matching Kiely's description with a young guy the day after the party, at a time when we're supposed to believe Kiely's car was already in the reservoir. And of course, we have all the comments in their video, them talking about some things are unforgivable, talking about the possibility of red rum. And of course, that's so powerful part when Nick Rinn comes up from looking at Kiely's vehicle and says, call the authorities. And you can see his face. And you can tell that something is really not right there. Adventures with Purpose called it. And that's when we all started to pay attention and we all started to look at the things that didn't fit in Kiely's case. And the autopsy came out and we started to question, why was there no water in Kiely's lungs? Why was there not one single thing that would point to an accidental drowning in that autopsy? There was something wrong with the whole situation. And why were there all these random individuals suddenly inserting themselves into the case, coming up with alternative narratives? Why were there so many different narratives being put out, and why were people being so quiet about it? Things were just not adding up. Things just seemed to become more and more weird. And I found myself really drawn in. Now, around the time that Kiely's vehicle was discovered, I had been very closely following the Kristen Smart case. Paul Flores was in court, finally, after 26 years, being charged with her death. And I'd followed her case since she went missing. It was something that had grabbed me early on. So I was deeply invested in the Kristen Smart case. But Kiely's case drew me in so much that I actually missed the last parts of the court case. Yeah, I did follow where Ruben Flores got off, and I was horrified. And I did hear that Paul Flores was convicted, and I was so relieved. But I had lost focus on that, something that I had cared about so much for 26 years became second to Kiely Rodni, and I can't explain that, and I can't tell you why. But it did.
She grew up plain and simple in a farming town. Her daddy played the fiddle and used to do the calling when they had no downs. She said the neighbors would come in
So I kept following the creators who were still talking about Kiely. I kept doing my own sleuthing, and I kept pestering those creators who were covering Kiely with emails and messages about things I'd found, information I found. And as they started to drop off, there were fewer and fewer people that I could pester with my ideas. So finally, I created my own channel. And my focus has been Kiely since the beginning. And I don't know if I've made a difference, but I hope that I've made a difference. And I hope that even if I can't continue with daily videos about Kiely, that I can continue with regular videos about Kiely just to keep her name out there. One thing's for certain though, I am positive that Kiely did not drive herself into that reservoir that night. And I can promise you that while this channel still exists, while I'm still creating content for this channel, then I'm going to continue to get Kiely's story out there. I'm going to make sure that I am regularly putting out videos sharing Kiely's story, looking at the things that don't make sense in this case. Because the moment that we all go quiet is the moment that we lose the fight for justice for Kiely.
asked her to wake me up when she got home, like she always does, and she said, okay, and thanks, Mom, I love you. And that's the last I ever heard from her.
I don't know how I'm doing. Not sure. Every day is been a roller coaster.
I just want my daughter home. I just want my daughter home. I just want to give her a hug. I just want to know where she is. I just want to know what happened.
Don't forget, like the words of Kiely's father says, she's your girl too. She is your girl, born and raised. Kiely Rodni.
I believe that that's one of the reasons that the local response has been what it is, because everyone who you talk to who knows her has a love and a special connection with her, whether it's parents who, who she babysits their children, or whether it's people who have met her at the local tea shop where she works, whether it's people who climb with her at the gym, or fellow students and friends at the school.
If you met Kiely, she was like really honest, and she was like really badass. She was like, you like saw her and you were like, I want to be her. Like, she is so cool. She's strong. Like, she didn't let anybody like overpower her. Like, it's just hard to think about that somebody you saw like a couple weeks ago is just not here anymore. It's just hard to wrap your head around. It's like we all like put so much like into like going to look for her and like putting up posters, and then just the fact that she's just like, we all know that she's just not around anymore. It just kills the whole community. It's hard.
We hold her up with all the good that she was.
She was just like, she's just a beautiful soul. You know, she's so sweet and so vibrant.
If your child wants to go to a party or go somewhere, make sure they go with someone and make sure they return with those people. Don't leave anybody behind.
Kiely's just like, she's just such a fabulous girl. Like, that was her favorite word. She was going around everywhere. This is fabulous. This is fabulous. Kiely's fabulous. You know, we all love Kiely so much, and we miss her.
Friends who was at the party.
I need her to come home, and I need us to find her.
We just want her home. We're so scared, and we miss her so much, and we love her so much. And Kiely, we love you. And if you see this, please just come home. I want nothing more than to hug you.
We believe out of the 200 to 300 juveniles and young adults who were at that party, somebody must know something.
I love her so much. So many people love you. And we're all looking, and we're trying so hard, and I'm so sorry we haven't found you yet, but we're not giving up, and just hang in there, sweetie, because we'll find you soon, bring you home.
You know, it does feel important for a lot of people that we know that justice has been found and served for Kiely, because she doesn't have a voice anymore.
What does justice for Kiely mean to me? Well, for starters, I believe that whoever played a role in what happened to Kiely between August 5th and 6th should be held accountable for the things that she will never get to experience. Things like experiencing college I mean, she graduated from high school a year early, only to never get to set foot on her college campus, never get to attend one college course. And she'll never get to graduate from that college. She'll never get to rent an apartment. She'll never get to start her first career and possibly get to do her dream job later in life. She'll never get to experience real, true love. She'll never experience the excitement of getting engaged or being walked down the aisle to get married. She'll never get to buy a house or her own car. She'll never have the ability to write any more beautiful, soul-touching music. She'll never have the opportunity and the wonderment of having a baby, or the experience and excitement of a gender reveal party, or shopping for her baby, or the joy of a baby shower. She'll never experience the unconditional love that comes with having a baby. But the biggest injustice of all is that she'll never get to grow old. So, getting justice for Kiely isn't so much of simply holding those accountable who played a role in whatever happened to her. It's holding them accountable for every single experience that was taken and stolen from her. Justice for Kiely.
I have to wonder whether there is something that you know, but it's one of them, well, what good is it going to do? It's going to do more hurt to the community. It's not going to bring Kiely back, so let's let sleeping dogs lie. Well, fuck that. People deserve better than that. You asked to look inward. Our motives are plain and simple: to obtain the truth. That's what we want to do. We want to get to the truth. That's all that matters. That's all that matters, and it should be all that matters to you. And when people have been down to where Kiely was found, and they see her grandfather, her father, sitting, staring at the water, what are they staring for? I'll tell you what they're staring for. They're staring for answers. They're looking into that water, wanting to know what happened. And you can't deny people that. You can't deny those that want answers to get them.
Wanting to stay focused on Kiely until Kiely finds justice. She needs help. She needs help. That poor girl that should be alive, that should be 17, that should be studying music at Sierra College, preparing to study medicine at Santa Cruz, dating, having fun. Her life was just stolen from her. Kiely was also ridiculously talented, like off the chain ridiculously talented. If you've seen some of these videotapes of her performing when she was tiny as 3 years old, I think she was playing a little fiddle. Oh my god, like the cutest thing in the world.
With the start of Kiely Rodni case, I was just enamored at what a beautiful person she seemed to be. And there wasn't a whole lot out there, so it was hard to get to know her really well. And then more and more kind of came out that, people sleuthed and found. And as it has gone on almost a year, I am still fighting for justice for Kiely, because I feel that there is definitely something nefarious that happened to this young lady. And she stole my heart, and I can't imagine losing a child like this, and I would move the ends of the earth to find out exactly what happened. Justice for Kiely Rodni.
Dear Kiely, I can't even find the appropriate words to describe and emphasize the importance and dedication we all have into allowing you the justice and dignity you so deserve. To be taken so young, so full of life, with your whole future ahead of you, I'm sure that you would have gone on to excel and do wonderful things and live a prosperous and full life. A life that was cruelly denied to you. You were failed in so many ways by so many people. This is the reason why we will not fail you, Kiely. Justice may never be served, but rest assured we will never stop trying to bring it to you. The truth will prevail. Rest in peace, Kiely.
It's a hard thing to be courageous, and it's okay to be scared, and it's also okay and important to act on that courage and to come forward.
And there is some downright troubling lack of responsibility and sweeping over the evidence that has been done by Nevada County Sheriff's Department. And I specifically asked, is Sam Brown in charge of this investigation? And the answer that I got was Captain Sam Brown is overseeing the investigation. Well, that makes it even worse, because when you add on that label, Captain, that makes people think that there is some excellence involved in his position. People need to demand accountability for Kiely. Whomever did this must answer for it. That is it. How many other girls come after Kiely? If whoever did this to Kiely isn't forced to take responsibility, then how many other girls later on, maybe next year, maybe 5 years from now, who else gets damaged by the person that hurt Kiely? That's my big question. Doesn't matter if it was your child. It doesn't matter if it was your friend's child. Sooner or later, they will hurt again.
Right then and there, they knew something bad happened to Kiely. Right here, they knew it wasn't an accident. Right there. That very moment. But why? 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 Why did they accept that? There's nothing more to say.